happiness. Hey, love. Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. The message from the Download Oracle, my custom creation, says everything is always working for me. They said pay attention to the way always is written. It is given the meaning of in every way. Yeah. And it is working for me. In other words, in your behalf. Pronoia all the way. This is all about pronoia, baby. That's that energy. Yeah, I love it. So we're going to get started today with the Wild Unknown Archetypes from Kim Kranz. Okay, they want me to do it this way. They said, yeah, the people like it when you play with the cards on the table like this, when you make a whole map. I don't know why. Who really likes seeing the cards just swirled about like this? Because they're showing me somebody, and it's not just one of you, a few of you, several of you, who really like seeing the cards swirled about like that. Okay, and then they're like, yeah, just mix them up real good. Okay. All right. Cards are mixed, effectively mixed. Let's put them back together. Okay. This one wants to come out. All right, we're gonna take it because it wanted. You seen the way it was flying, jumping out the deck. What a Kairos. It's card number 76, and it speaks to synchronicities. It speaks to things coming together, and it shows with the eye in the center. It's like there's a vision. There's a vision. You can see how things are always working out, working in your interest, in your favor. All right. They said let's get some more from there, so let's see what else. What else? This one. Oh, the empty room is in reverse. Okay, they're saying, yeah, there was planning necessary. A lot of steps had been made. Space had to be created for this. Space had to be created in your life for this. It's like for these synchronicities to align right now, you had to create space in your life, whether that was the people or the actual items. Like there was a purge that had to be completed. And that's why it's in reverse. They're saying that's why it's in reverse, because you've done that. And that's what allowed space for the synchronicities to show up as they are today. Why do we have to explain that? So, I don't get the message before. I don't want to. I like getting it here live with you, which means that Spirit fills in the information until it's whole. Because we enjoy using the cards. The way we stick with this, we'll see what else is coming out and we'll form a full experience. But we're going to piece it together. I'm hearing one by one. The storm, and again in reverse. Yeah, the space clearing that had to come out like, okay, thank you. So the purging, whether it was people or things or both, likely it was both. It was in order to circumvent is the word they're giving me, in order to get around, in order to get past, beyond, over, through. And that sound on the phone is totally a synchronicity and a confirmation. A storm, it was a storm coming. And it's like, so they're saying, let's talk about it as if it was a person or people in your life that you purged. Because it's like you stopped connection, you withdrew, you took a break. Whether that was actually like removing yourself from the space, or like you just stopped talking, or you just didn't come around for a while. But it was because there was a storm brewing somewhere that wasn't for you. It wasn't your storm. And so you weren't to be a part of that. You were to be free and clear, is what I'm hearing, free and clear from that storm. And the reason you were free and clear from the storm was because you removed yourself from the situation. So, you know, some of y'all still have this person in your life because it's not like you can divorce your mother. And well, I mean, I actually, they're like, yeah, don't you remember hearing about this? Somebody actually did that before. But, so some of you have these people in your life still, but there's different limits and boundaries established now, which has safeguarded you from getting involved in the storm, from being caught up in the storm that was meant for their life. And it was meant for their life because there was something that they didn't remove from their life. There was a purging that wanted to come through their soul too, but they didn't do that. I'm seeing that they hung on to something, and that something they hang on to is like opposite energy. It's like the storm, the literal storm outdoors in an atmosphere happens because clashing energies, opposite energies clash, and it produces, right? It produces the storm. And so that's exactly what happened. Somebody hung, I see a person here who hung on to connections with people who were not really the energies that were, I'm hearing beneficial, conducive. They weren't in alignment. So they were trying to hold on to friends or family or something where those people were like, so if you're a love energy, they were anti-love energy, right? If you're peaceful, they're chaotic. And so there was a clashing that happened because of trying to hold on to those instead of releasing them and let them go do what they want to do. And that storm, it's like somehow your soul just knew, I got to let this go. It's not going to get any better. So whether you just stop arguing and you're just like, you know what, whatever you say, and you just let it go like that, or some of you, more of you actually like left the situation. Well, you know what? I'm just not going to call them for a while because this just ain't going right. I'm going to kick back, chill, stay in my own lane. I heard stay in my own lane. Let me see what's at the bottom of this. We have a leap year. Is it black or white? Okay, there's a reflection here. And it is card number 77. So we had, wow. So we started with 76, but the bottom of the deck was 77. And this is a great depiction, this image here. It's opposite. You see, it's opposite. Those energies were opposite. It actually looks really lovely. It could totally look really lovely, but when you try to blend it, it creates a clashing. It created this storm. Okay. All right, let's get some more. What else do you want to talk about today? Let me see, which cards do you want? I have several options here. Okay. Crystal reading cards. Let's do it. And which tarot? Oh, yeah. Okay. Tarot of Mystical Moments. Okay, they want me to put some heart chakra bowl for you, so let me do that real quick. Okay. Interesting, the way the bowl just sounded. It was so subtle, so soft. There's a message in that too. So subtle. It was so subtle. It was so soft. It was not, yeah, so subtle and so soft in the beginning. The feeling of something's got to change here. I can't hold on to this. I can't keep doing this. So subtle, so soft in the beginning. Okay. And then it grew and, you know, until it hit this climactic point, like, oh, this shit, the shit's about to go down, was the vibe. Okay. All right. Need to get some of this fresh air in here. Let me open up this door. It's, the weather has shifted in Vegas. Oh, thank you. Yeah. The weather has shifted in Vegas. Likewise, in this energy that we're reading about, the energy has shifted now too. Okay. So what was comfortable before ain't comfortable no more. What was comfortable before ain't comfortable no more. And it has to be, I heard respected as it is, and accepted as it is, okay? So the situation with this person at one point was very comfortable. But something now has gotten so uncomfortable that it makes you take action. That uncomfortability makes you make moves. It makes you move yourself. You find yourself where you used to really, oh, this is so, you're so cool, you know, in your head. You might not have said it out loud, but in your head, you're like, I like hanging out with this person. I like being around them. They're so nice. But little by little, it was subtle in the beginning. You couldn't notice it in the beginning, but when you did begin to notice it, what you found was like, maybe I'm not as comfortable here as I thought. Maybe I don't feel as welcome here as I thought. Maybe I don't want to be here as much as I thought. And I hear that you just kept playing with it. In other words, you kept returning to the situation anyways for a period of time. They said for a period of time. And then eventually it finally broke and you're like, I just can't. I can't. It's like this little tiny nagging feeling in you that gave me the word nagging. And maybe, oh, is that what it was? Somebody has a strong habit of being very nagging in the way that they are. They nag a lot. They always picking at, oh, thank you. Always picking at somebody, and I heard button pusher. This person was a button pusher in some sort of way. But it, you know, you didn't know that at the outset. I heard you figured it out. It took you a little while to figure it out. Once you figured it out, there was no denying it. There was no acting like you couldn't see it anymore. And it got to be a very loud feeling. It got to be a very loud feeling of, what the fuck am I doing here? Why do I keep hanging out with this person? Why do I keep visiting them? Why do I keep dating them? Why do I keep living with them? Why do I keep loving on them? Why do I keep giving to them? Why do I keep sharing with them? Why do I keep with them? Whatever that is. And then you just, I heard quietly stepped away. You just quietly stepped back. So some of you quietly stepped back by just not talking so much anymore. And I see roommates. I see roommates that for a while were highly intertwined and interactive, and then it's like you just started staying to your own space. You just started staying in your own room. You just started staying in your own vibes. You just started doing your thing and not being as available as you were. I see a relationship where somebody started to realize, like, I'm giving so much in this relationship, but something just doesn't feel right. And then you start looking at it and you're like, oh, this relationship isn't giving what I'm giving. It's not reciprocating. And so you start pulling back and you stop giving so much. And you start to remove yourself from the entanglements that you formed with the other person, little by little, in your mind, in your heart. But I feel like you did that from a distance, because so much of it was done while you were still figuring it out that this needed to happen in the first place. Okay, so much of it was already done while you were figuring it out. Okay, so by that they mean, like, you know, when people go through a really hard breakup, they're not ready for that shit. And then they're like a fucking mess, right? I don't see you doing that in this, because if it was a breakup, for those of you where it was a breakup, let me say it better, they said. For those of you where it was a breakup, so much processing was already done in your mind and in your heart before it got to the moment of the breakup that for you, the break feels like a clean break and it feels fine. You don't feel bothered by it. It feels valid, justified, and it feels right for you. So it, I heard it grants you peace and you're at peace with it. You're starting to see a lot of synchronicities that are also confirming why you got away from a situation. Now, some of you have gone no contact in this, and they're saying anywhere where you've gone no contact in this separation, in this removal of energies, you're getting words still. The word still travels round back to you, is the way they say it. The word still travels round back to you. So I heard it through the grapevine. Okay, you heard something through the grapevine. So there are some people that, oh, I saw such and such over here doing this and that and the other. Oh, I heard this, that, and the other because such and such a person saw them, you know. And so the word is coming back to you that is validating that, I don't know what, but I can't do this no more. And giving you bits of information about why you couldn't do it no more. About what it is your soul, your spirit, your highest self, God, whatever the universe was working to free you from. It was working to guiding you to protect you from. Okay. All right. I just looked up and saw John Network. I thought it said Jam Network. I just saw John Network. Okay. Roddy, you would have to have your wife message me and send me something so I could. Yeah, no, honey, I channel so many messages. I don't know. I also see King Alpha. I see Slav Designs. I see Bernard. And Perek. Welcome, everybody. Let's see what spread they're pulling for. I need advice. This is the I need advice spread. Interesting. It's a 5-card spread. And I've got 4 different decks that we've pre-shuffled for you. You need advice. Well, the overall energy from your reading today was everything is always working for me. So when you get in doubt, first off, remember that. Like, some of y'all need to screenshot this card and make it your screensaver because you really need to get touched by pronoia. Understand that everything is always working for you. That way you can calm down and not freak the heck out. Okay, calm down and not freak the heck out. Let's see what we got going on here. In the first spread, they're going to show me you as you are. We have the 9 of Wands. We have this patience. We have free and movement. Look at that. So you as you are. You've been through some things, baby. Anytime the 9 of Wands comes out, a person has really been through the ringer. A person has truly gone through so many different challenges, situations, circumstances that it's developed qualities in you. You're like, oh, I'm experienced in this. I'm experienced in that. I heard there ain't nothing new under the sun. I done been through everything. You wouldn't even imagine. I heard the stories I could tell. So it's like you have had a very wide range of experiences. Through all of these experiences, you gathered strength. Because you didn't let the experiences destroy you. Thank you. They just gave me the word topple. You didn't let the experiences topple you or knock you over. Like they're showing me a block of the Jenga game, right? And so here you are trying to play Jenga. And here comes some rude boy. Okay, some rude boy over here talking about knocking it over. And then boom, and then, but that's what they thought they could do to you. Somebody really would have liked to do that to you. And I hear, and they had intentions on toppling you over just like that. But you're built differently. You've been through too much. You moved in perfect time. You freed yourself, moving on, letting go, loving you. Yeah. Like water off a duck's back. I love that this card has the ducks in the water because that's something I haven't gotten to say for years, but it's something that I've said so many times over the years. Which is like water off a duck's back. You know what? You do you, baby. I'm gonna go over here. Quack, 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 mucka hooka. Yeah. You're looking at, I have been patient. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I just heard, thank you for teaching me patience. So that was I heard for somebody, this was very much so a final lesson that you needed. And that's why you had this experience. You had to have a final lesson of patience. A final lesson of patience. I'm hearing to solidify that in you, to solidify the patience in yourself. It wasn't so much about the other person, it was about your response to them, and you were patient. But also not to get confused between being patient and playing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Playing yourself into a situation that just is a dead end, right? So once you realize this is a dead end, you're like, I have enough battle scars from this. I've gathered all the experience I need to. I know what to do now. And you freed yourself. And with the movement card, like, it was so strong on your heart. It's giving me gotta take a dump urge to change your circumstances and literally to free yourself and to go. So whether that going was a literal physical changing your position, location, or any of that, or whether it was an emotional changing your position, mental changing your position, okay, and just like, you know what, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm not gonna try to prove no points. You think what you think. I'm gonna let you think what you think. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. You won't find no more conversation about it from me. We just gonna let you do that right now the way you want to, and we just gonna let you be. And so you went hands off. You went hands off, and you put your hands. I'm hearing as you did that. Because what had happened was you found, so this is symbolism here, but you had your hands on their situation. Somebody said, yeah, I really wanted to wring their neck. Stop it. Be kind. But anyways, yeah, you had your hands on their situation, which meant you didn't have no hands on your own situation. So once you pull back your hands off of their situation, you put your hands on your own situation, boom, cohesion in the self. Now you can see things differently, and you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, and you're glad that this space has changed, and you're glad that the energy is not here that was here before. You're glad you're not entertaining that conversation no more. You're glad you're not dating that person no more. You're glad you're not going to that location no more. You're glad something has shifted and you made that move. And at the end of the day, remember, everything is always working for me. Pronoia. Pronoia. Yes, pronoia. Okay. In our second position in this spread, are you on the correct path? Well, let's see what the cards say. The Empress. Hello. The Empress. Wow. With the learning. With fluorite. Learning. I love. Okay, let's see what else. We have spiritual gifts. We have rejection. Hello. I heard rejection is protection and divine redirection. Okay, but yeah, all these cards. Are you on your correct path? Well, it looks like you're honoring your value and your worth. You're learning. You're utilizing your spiritual gifts, and you're learning to say no. A lot of earth angels and chosen ones and golden-hearted beings, divine beings, that's who's attracted to this channel. And a lot of us have to learn to say no. Just say no. Like you said, just do it. Yeah, no, we're not just gonna just do it. We're gonna just say no. There's a lot of circumstances and situations to just say no. Thank you very much. You want me to share an experience? One of my nail clients, she's a very prosperous and abundant lady, and she had to learn the hard way, and then we came through to verbally support what life was showing her, which was, you can't keep giving all this to all these people who just keep calling you talking about, I need some money. Can you buy my car? Can you pay my rent? Can you do all this shit? You know, you got to learn to say no. And so we told her this probably about a year ago, because that was the channel message that came through for her, because she was busy giving to all these different ones who were disrespectful to her. They were disrespecting her spirit. They were disrespecting physically. And anytime that, you know, she would try to reach out because of whatever, there was no assistance, not even, a lot of times what she would reach out for was just like, need to talk to somebody type of thing. But anyways, and so Spirit's like, yeah, you know, if they come up with their hand out asking, no. And this was the guidance, because it's nothing wrong with her being a giver. It's nothing wrong with her wanting to spread the abundance and prosperity that she has around and benefit others. But what the source message for her was, and that's going to be the same for a lot of you, I will tell you when I expect you and what's in your best interest to give that to somebody, whether it's money, time, resources, whatever. God's like, I will tell you to take this money out and go give it to that person. So I saw her yesterday, and she come in for a last minute appointment. We had a great visit. And after we were done, we took our smoke break together in the chilly air. It was raining and stuff. And so we stepped out and had a smoke break together. And she was telling me, oh, I wanted to tell you about this girl. I knew I wanted to give her like $200 so bad. And I didn't know why, but it was what you told me. She's like, it was what you told me. It was on my soul. And God told me that I should give her $200. And I gave her my card. And she said she did it very discreetly because she didn't want everybody to think whatever the fuck. So she did it, and the girl contacted her. She said the girl told me she didn't have money for diapers for her kids. She was running out of food. She didn't have any more formula, and she really needed that money, and it was a real blessing to her. And she's like, thank you so much, Melinda, for teaching me how to give when it's in alignment. And I'm like, you're welcome. Like, I had to learn it myself. And so a lot of chosen ones are so used to being the yes person because, you know, you got to be kind, right? You got to be nice, right? You got to be loving, right? Yes, you do. Absolutely. That is true. But being kind, nice, and loving doesn't mean disrespecting your own spirit to do it. And if you're being not kind, nice, and loving to people who are disrespectful to you and your spirit, who are utilizing your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your money, your resources, your time, just to violate and disrespect the divine on top of it all, like, no, that's not in alignment. And in those cases, there's just a whole lot of enabling going on. And the divine did not create these earth angels and these chosen ones, these golden-hearted beings, to go give everything to ones that are committing atrocities against their soul. Sorry, if I can't breathe, I'm going to take care of this. Because I have to breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. And that's what happened here. You had this experience. So, are you on the correct path? Absolutely, because you learned a lot. You applied your spiritual gifts and you learned to say no. It's very necessary. If the divine, if the universe is going to trust you to be a steward of all this wealth, of all these resources, of all this wisdom, you have to know how to utilize it in an upbuilding and beneficial way that the energy is calling for. Not to throw your pearls to swine, as that one Bible verse talked about, right? And so that's a big lesson for a lot of us, you know, and that's where you're at. Are you on your correct path? Absolutely, I see it. It was meant for you to, oh, thank you. That's perfect. They need to hear that. Yeah, it was meant for you to say no. It's like this experience, it's like God said, they don't have no business doing this. Let's see if they're going to figure that out. I heard, let's see how long it takes them to figure that out. Your highest self was all in on this. Your highest self is like, let's see if they finally figured out like that they don't have to entertain the bullshit. That they shouldn't be serving up to people who would serve them nothing but evil, ill will, intentions, and, disrespect. Because, like I said, you are gifted with all these different abilities, resources, money, whatever you got, that you are meant to utilize it for the upbuilding and empowerment of a specific type of energy, the love energy. And it's founded and grounded in truth and not in disrespect and spiritual violation. Thank you. They said, and not in disrespect and spiritual violation. So let's see. What is the main obstacle? Let's see what comes out in these cards. Main obstacle, energy. We have the Nine of Cups. Lapis Lazuli with past life energy. We have getting readings and we have caution. Okay, so let me see here. Main obstacle, Nine of Cups. The main obstacle is that there's somebody here, could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but more importantly than that, there's somebody here who feels connected with you. This person looks at you as you are their wish fulfillment. You make me happy. Okay. I heard, oh, so happy. Okay. This person could say, you know, I have a past life connection with you. This person, interestingly enough, this person, the getting readings is really standing out. This person is already been getting readings about you. Yep. But the thing of it is, they didn't see the warning signs that came through the energy of the reading because they were too busy focused on what they wanted. There's some sort of agenda, motive that kept them so focused that they didn't notice. Because what I'm seeing is they got a reading and the reader told them something. If they would have paid attention and heard accurately, they would have heard it's not a good idea to disrespect this person on any level, because one of the things that this reader told them was that you are divinely protected and you are a chosen one, and I got the word cherished by the universe, by God, by the divine, by whatever, you know, whatever language you speak. But they're saying, and that person didn't take into consideration what that meant when they came forward with the agenda. Now, the thing of it is, this person does believe in past lives. And this person believes that because of the past life, it's meant to be in this life. I'm hearing now you bumped into a lot of people from your past life. A lot of them jerks, assholes, and douches that you had to dump in your life had past life ties with you. You didn't even know it because you don't really focus on that. You focused on here and now. You focused on here and now. You're not focused on past lives like that. This person is kind of low-key. They're obsessed with past life energy. And, you know, there's so many past life connections, but Spirit is really saying, like, just because there's a past life connection does not mean that you're going to have a great relationship this time. A lot of times when you reconnect to ones in past lives, that's because somebody has a chance to do it right. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. Okay, just be good to me. Yes. If they would just be good to you, okay, because something happened in the past life. And it's like, I'm seeing it is where I'm hearing this person was obsessive, dominant, and disrespectful in the past life too. But they haven't put all that together. And when they got them readings on you and it said that you were a chosen, cherished divine being who is protected, what they should have heard was don't disrespect it. Don't be trying to do them spells. Don't be trying to violate the soul, the spirit. Don't be trying to come with your agendas. This person has a purpose. And if anybody, meaning you have a purpose. It's in spiritual alignment. It's spiritually supported and it's spiritually protected. So what happens if anybody comes against that, tries to get in the middle of that, oh, honey, your soul team, your spirit team, and knock them down, knock them right out of the way. They're getting blown out the water. I heard blown out the water. Torpedo exploding on somebody's shit, which they're showing me represents their agenda, their plan, whatever the fuck they thought they were going to do. In the ocean before it could even hit land. I'm hearing before it could even hit land in the ocean, it was removed. It was blown up. Okay. And the symbolism they give me. Okay, so what is helping? Let's see what is helping. You have the Hangman. You have clarity. You have the firestorm, talking about comma, drama, loss, endings, mental breakdown, and we have anxiety. What is happening? And what is helping? Okay, so what is helping is you have a whole nother perspective. You got clarity that showed you the other side of the dime. Okay, you were able to flip it over, you know, turn it this way, turn it that way, see all the sides of the situation. Clearly. Yeah, and one of the things, as you're seeing the synchronicities right now, again, so you'll be hearing, they're showing me where you're sitting in a place. a casual public place, but within earshot. You're not trying to ear hustle. You're not, really not trying to invade another person's privacy. But they're speaking so loud, and you're not deaf either, so you can clearly hear a conversation that's going on. And while you're listening to this really not pleasant experience that somebody is having, they're talking about somebody they know. That person going through the works right now. And like, it's making them frantic. I hear it's making them frantic. And so as you're hearing that, you're getting the vision, the download. Spirit is showing you, like, yeah, whatever that person they're talking about is going through is the same thing that this person that you removed yourself is going through. Yeah. And so this is one reason why when you would get around that person where it used to feel comfortable, all of a sudden it was like, I don't like being around this person, or something just feels off. Some of you even say, they're making my anxiety go crazy. I just can't, right? I don't really claim that shit, but somebody here, you do. And then others, like, you could see the way that person moved. And I heard jittery. They were real jittery. Like, they were real sketchy. They were like real jumpy. They were like acting hella suspect and suspicious and just all the sus. Acting hella sus, right? And then you saw something in the behavior, or you see it now. I heard both. Okay, somebody, you saw it before, and then there's others of you that you're seeing it now. This person, their brain, it's like, what the fuck switch did you flip off? Turn that bitch back on, because whatever you flipped off, yeah, it's obvious. Something is just not quite hitting the top floor, you know what I'm saying? So it's just not going up there no more. And it's like, oh, thank you. For some of y'all became very aware. They're showing me, okay, like 28% of you. That's a high percentage for what I'm about to say. But I heard 28% of you who will watch this on all time, space, and dimension became aware that this person wasn't taking their meds. You had a person around you with mental health issues to the point to where it's been diagnosed. They visit the doctor about it, and they're supposed to be on meds. Like, legit, they're supposed to be on medication from a doctor with a prescription, but they weren't taking their meds. And that was where you're like, oh, this shit about to bust open right now. This is gonna go crazy. There's a firestorm approaching. Let me get up out of here, because I don't want to. And I see some of you, this happened over a period of time, but I see more of you. They said 62% of you. This happened like in the one visit. You just realize, like, I don't know, dude, is that what Spirit showed you? Like, they're supposed to be on meds and they're not taking them. But this helped you. When you could see somebody's sketch behavior, they were so sketchy. They were just fidgety, they were jumpy, they just were acting really sus, really weird, really strange, out of pocket. And, you know, I gotta go. Yeah. So that's what's helping you. This other perspective. It's like, once you see the other side of them, thank you. So a lot of times you meet people, right? And they show you one side of themselves, but you have to be around them for an extended period of time to see the other side of themselves. And they're saying, that's your sun sign. The first self that you see in these people, the way that they show up initially, which we could even call the representative in many cases, is the sun sign. The sun. What's obvious and clear as day, and anybody can see it, right? And when you see that flip in behavior, character, personality, mentality, whatever, that's because they're now revealing to you their moon sign, what is hidden, what is internal, what they keep to themselves until it can't be kept inside no more and it comes out. So what you're seeing with a lot of these people is, it's all in their birth chart, first off. It's all in their birth chart. But they, you know, there's more than one aspect to people. And just to throw it out there, people who are born on a new moon have the same sun sign and moon sign, which means the way you meet them today is the way they're going to be every day, because what's inside is the same as outside. These people are through and through true blue. They don't flip on you. Their character remains consistent. Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's see how to progress in this energy. We have the Five of Swords. There it goes. We have trust. Okay. And we have fake busy and reflection. Now, this was how to progress. So this is a guidance position. I love this energy that they gave you. It's like cut ties, trust in your journey. Just tell them you're too busy and, you know, let them sit with their own reflection. Let them think about that for a while you're not there, while you're busy. Like, you can fake busy. Like, literally, you could be, oh, I'm so busy. I have a lot of plans today. So that's what you go and tell them, right? When they try to call you, try to come over, try to hang out, whatever the heck, right? And the busy you are is, I'm busy breathing. I'm too busy breathing. I'm too busy being at peace. I'm too busy being relaxed. You know, I'm not going over there. No, you can't come to my house. You think it to yourself. But all you're going to tell, they don't need no freaking details. All you're going to tell them is, yeah, I'm busy. I'm actually really busy today. Yeah, you might make some food. You might wash some dishes. You're going to go use the toilet at some point. You know, you're going to brush your teeth and take a shower. You're going to do all the things. But as far as they need to know, I'm busy today. Thank you. No, I can't. No, this week is super busy for me. I got so much going on. Yeah, a lot of breathing, a lot of eating, relaxing, you know. But you don't have to make yourself available for these things, because look, somebody is look at the differences in these images. We have a feminine energy that is actually there. But this masculine energy is not. It's dead. It's falling apart. It's crumbling. The facade is crumbling, okay? It's not real. It's not alive. It's not living. It is dying. This energy is dying. And it's time for you to go. You're not meant to be a part of their firestorm show, is what I heard. It's meant for you to go. You're not meant to be part of their firestorm show. Okay. Let's see what we had at the bottom of the deck in the spreads. We have the Lovers. So a lot of you, this was a romantic connection, but this was a connection that was there for you to learn, for you to become more aware and to make your choices. This connection came to you so you could make your choices. Some of you, this connection could have involved a Gemini person. Look at this. I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. Okay? That's the energy here. Somebody don't know their soul. They haven't found their home. They haven't connected to themselves. They haven't found their own positioning. And maybe you haven't. But either way, even if you haven't fully figured that out, that's okay. Because you're like a bird. That's why you got to fly away. You say, I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my love of my life is. But I know it ain't this right here. This right here is not it, baby. I got to go. I'm not meant to live like this. I'm not meant to be in this energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the fire, agate, creativity. Fire energy, okay? Creativity. This was about lighting a fire in your soul and then honoring that. When yourself says, hey, baby, we got to go. I heard fire. Then I heard the roof is on fire. We don't need the water. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn. Let it burn. Burn this whole bitch down. Okay, giving me very much that. What that movie was is not Stella Got a Group, but it was that other one. Oh, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Remember, she took all his stuff, put it in the car, burned it all up, and walked off. Lit that thing up and walked off. Okay. And look at this. Self-love. This whole situation was about putting fire to anything that got between you and your self-love. Loving your reflection. Your reflection. You're like, is this a good reflection of me? In this relationship, is this person a great reflection of me? It's like, not even close. Not even close. Bottom of the deck, what we got over here? Sweetness. You are so sweet. You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetie pie, okay? And so it's like, if it can't match your, it's not a good reflection of you, you got to let it go. You could see some things. It was speaking to your soul. The truth was revealed through your own spirit, through your internal, and it said go. And so you left and you went and you met and you busted a move and it worked. And you know, you honored yourself in doing this. And if the love is true, if it's really for you, they're gonna honor you too. They would not disrespect you. It will be proven that it is a appropriate reflection. And when it's not that, honey, if you hold this space up with that, then there's not room for the proper reflection to show up in your life, because you'll be filling that space with something that you know is not even close, not even close. So that's got to go. And so in this experience, we're actually extremely proud of you, because what they're showing is that it wasn't for you. It was not always something you would do. For you, it was a change in energy for you to do this. It was a different way, because that's something you had to learn, was to say no. Not to just because, well, but what am I going to do without you? But I love you. Okay, well, that's all good, fine, but no. All right, let's get you a energy oracle card to add to our message. What do you have for the tribe? The source, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. So thankful and grateful for your presence, for your guidance, for the words that you channel through me, for the love and peace and happiness. Try it. Let's see what came out. Appreciation. Yes, I heard don't leave with anger and frustration. Leave with appreciation. Because, you know, how would you figure this out? How would you figure this out without that reflection that doesn't match? Like, you figured out so much because you had the reflection that didn't match your energy. It showed you things that you couldn't have seen otherwise. Like, you had to have this experience for all of this to be revealed to you. It was a very valuable experience. It doesn't mean you have to continue, but it, you know, you can appreciate the experience for what it offered to you, because it did offer to you. Because remember, everything is always working for me. Always. Always. Everything. Pronoia. Again, everything is always working for me. When you can say thank you, and honestly, about any frustrating, disrespectful, unpleasant experience, that is your perfect releasing spell. I heard cough it up, cough it out. You've got to find that gratitude. Once you find that gratitude, that shifts the energy. That is the releasing spell. That will unblock all kinds of paths. Until you can find the thank you, the lessons, the blessings will be locked within the lessons. When you can find the thank you about that situation that was not preferred, but very enlightening, you will unlock the blessings that were hidden within those lessons. Thank you. All right. Let's get one more card for you from the Work Your Light Oracle. What else do you have for the tribe of love and peace and happiness? Okay. One card, please. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And here we go. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Yeah, get grounded, connect with nature, connect with your nature. In this image, I see the roots of this tree. Yeah. I see the roots of this tree as like connecting to the ancestors, connecting to your angels, ancestors, guides, all of that, the highest self, right? And connecting to Earth. I heard, remember that Earth has you here for a reason. Earth loves you here for many reasons, okay? Pay attention to that. You're here for a reason. And every time you, oh, thank you. They said, and every time you make choices like this that are empowering, all of your soul ties are benefited. It strengthens the energy for all of your soul connections. It strengthens the energy for all of your genetic connections, 7 generations on both sides. What energy is strengthened? The energy of your response. The energy that everything is always working out for me. The energy that I can make an empowered choice. The energy that I can correct my course. The energy that I can free myself from the situation that would like to restrict and bind me. I heard, okay, interesting. Love it. All right. So with that, they want me to offer you all a free yes or no answer to your personal question. Consult your soul. Speak with your spirit, because they're going to give you the perfect formulation to get your accurate answer right here. You should have watched this whole video to get to this point. It doesn't work so accurately if all you're doing is skipping through the videos to the end to see if there's a free answer at the end. That's not going to work so well for you. The other thing, anywhere where you're highly skeptical, like my connection to source and source giving you the facts, will not combat your own self-awareness in any point. You got to get in alignment with the truth, okay? But anywhere where you're receptive, you're ready to hear, ready to get your answer, this video will work for you once, okay? About any question that's on your heart, as long as you formulate it with a yes or no answer. So I will pull cards once, and it will work for all of you, whoever watched this video, on all time, space, and dimension. Okay, so let's see what's the answer today. Is the answer yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no? Yes is the answer. With the Ace of Cups as the 6th card, the answer is yes. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Wow. Really? Okay. So before I go into this, I am going to give another bonus reading right here, but the answer is yes. I don't care what you asked about. Should I wear blue? Yes. Should you buy that cat? Yes. Should you wear that hat? Yes. Should you throw that out? Yes. Should you go buy one of those? Yes. Should you go to this event? Yes. Should you say yes to that? Yes. Should you redesign your place? Yes. Whatever your question was, yes. Okay. The answer was yes. Now, I'm going to tell somebody's experience here. This is the rest of this may not be all. It's. I really see it more like it might be. It's just a small number of you that is going to be accurate for, but maybe it's yours. So let's see. I see somebody who are being pissed off. I also see Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, and I see somebody who really thought they could get away with some shit. They made a decision. They thought nobody was going to find out about it. This person thought nobody was going to find out about it. Some of them, this decision had to do with a third-party situation, love triangulation. For others, this had to do with spell work, binding work, trying to cast magic over another person's life, right? They really did some underhanded, dirty shit that they knew damn well will make you say, oh no, it's over, right? Oh, but they did that shit because they really figured you would never know. You would never know. You would never find out about this. They're not gonna know. They're gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're gonna know. And you did. So what had happened was when they did this, something it's like you just got the wisdom. It's like I heard it tickled your brain. Somehow download intuitive hit. And some of you, this was from some people, some of y'all walked in on some shit. I ain't even gonna lie. But what I see was, yeah, you cut ties. You cut ties. Somebody here, the third party situation, I heard best friend. Is it my best friend? Yeah, she's a real bad bitch. Like she really is. Like how fucked up is that? But you cut ties with these two and you chose your self-love, and we're so proud of you. And so that's the bonus reading that I have here. Yeah. Yeah, the Queen of Wands, yeah. Oh, and for somebody where there was a love triangulation, a third-party situation, They got that hoe pregnant. I'm just saying. So they should have fun with that. But you know what? The same way it starts is the same way it's going to end. If they started it with underhanded deception, manipulation, and stupid shit, like, it's going to end the same way. But you ain't going to be around for that because you're choosing self-love. And I love that for you. So congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Okay. This is what I have for you. Yeah. Somebody here, where it was about somebody trying to cast a spell. Like, again, you just knew. You just knew it had to go. They got to go. These people ain't. Ever since I've been around these people, like, something just ain't right. Okay. It had to go. And so you stop giving power to the person. You stop giving a fuck about what they have to say, what they need, what they want from you. Oh, well, like, they should have thought about all that before they decided to try to open up a fucking witchy book and cast a spell. Like, what the fuck were you thinking, bro? Like, what were they thinking? Why do they even think that that shit is okay? Why do they even think that that's something that Spirit's going to let them get away with? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's what we have coming out. Love and peace and happiness. And I want to see what you have going on in the conversation, because I see y'all have a conversation. I see the comments going up, but I was guided not to pay y'all no mind, really, for this one until now. Because that way we can stay focused on the message better. So let's see. Share Bear, I see you. Tammy, hey. Belinda, welcome. Jesus, Cheryl, Monique, Lady Me, Interstellar Frequency, Cat Crave, Pamela, Hara. Oh, thank you. I like that compliment. She said, your clarity is off the charts. I really like that compliment. That's a beautiful compliment. Thank you. Cheryl. The Hermit. Jimmy Johns. Ooh, look. Jimmy Johns. So there's Jimmy Johns. I want to address your comment because he said, God asked me not to defend myself just to see how far she would take this, and look at what she chose to do to me. So here's the thing. When your energy is set up with that golden heart condition, and you a chosen one, and you a whole earth angel all up in this, the divine will allow you to be the reason a person clears or seals their karma. And there is no loss in the divine mind, because anything that they think they got away with will be replaced in multiple, upgraded, better, you know what I'm saying? From a whole nother hand, the divine will send to fill your life right back up, your account right back up, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And so you ain't even got to worry about all that. But yeah, and it can be challenging when you don't understand how the divine works. I mean, I've literally been told, no, don't hit her back, when some random freaking woman in a public place decides she thought it was okay to punch me in my nose. You know, I took one step and God grabbed me by my collar and said, sit your ass down. The other part of it is that, you know, you clear your own, it's like a balancing of the scales. Sometimes for stuff you don't even know, because it could be past life, as it came out in the cards. Anyways, let me see what else we got coming out in the comments. Would you stop deleting them? Well, Christine, your yes or no answer came out, and it said yes. Donna, your yes or no answer came out. It said yes. Christopher, your yes or no answer came out, and it said yes. Okay. And Juliana, I like that. She said, no more, I'm out. No more, I'm out. Absolutely. Talent, welcome. So thankful and grateful for all of your beautiful presence. Thank you for making sure that you're still subscribed and that you got the bell tapped for live notifications, because I upload shorts, but I also do these meat and potato messages live all the time. And so thankful and grateful for the growth on the channel. I love the energy that you be. I love the way you hold your character regardless of what you see. I love the way you influence the energy in the room. You don't fight the influence in the room. You don't question the influence in the room. You dominate the influence in the room from a love and peace and happiness basis, okay? For everybody on all sides of the table. I love the way that you moved in an empowered fashion. I love the way you speak out your truth. I love that you know who and what you are, and you understand that you are valid to protect yourself, that you are worthy and deserving of being safe and secure, of being respected, you know, and that you give that to yourself. I love that you are expanding your awareness and that you're on 10, and that from that 10 can continue to expand and grow, and you become more and more of what you always were, but you just didn't know. I love that you're remembering. I love that you're feeling and understanding the emotional guidance system. I love that you're sharing and kind and giving, and now you know how to utilize that in a wiser, more benevolent way. Thank you. More benevolent way. I love that you now know that you don't have to just give everything away to everyone just because they want it. That it's okay for you to say no. That no is a complete sentence, and you are completely validated to say no. And I love that you now see that, you know, this world would try to confuse you and make you believe that if you say no, you're so cruel. And don't be cruel to a heart that's true, okay? And they shouldn't have been cruel to you. But when they're cruel to you, you don't have to take it. You owe no one suffering. You owe suffering to no being out there. You are a divine being, stepping more and more into your own authenticity, into your self-awareness, into the self-respect and that divineness that you truly be. And the energy that you carry and radiate anchors in this new epoch that we have already set foot in. So don't freak out as the powers that were move out. Just like moving out of a house, we can see all the crap that never got cleaned, and now it's cleanup time. So let the cleanup crew come in and do what they do. And you keep making plans and understand that plans had been made for you. Keep finding the gratitude, existing in that, being the reason for that. This is what we have for you. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out. Mwah.